Aadar, welcome to NDTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Aadar, these are your first few interviews.
Yes, it is.
People will watch them. They will see how you talk, what kind of a person you are. Any kind of brief that you've got from anyone that how to be in
front of the media.
In front of the media, in front of just now you're a public figure.
Yeah, I guess just be honest, be who you are,
right.
Speak from your heart,
right.
and that's it. It's okay if you make mistakes because we are human. We do make mistakes. So that's it.
Right. I saw the full launch where we are at Yasjraj studio where Ranbir introduced you to the media. Yeah. It was very lovely of him to say the things that he said, take out time in the middle of Jagga Jasoos.
Yeah.
What is it that he told you? Did you guys speak before that?
Actually, I thought he was coming much before. I was in my makeup room getting ready. So I was expecting him because Anushka had reached, but he hadn't. So he came 5 minutes before the actual conference started.
Oh my
so
God.
I didn't speak to him. I tried calling him the day before also.
He didn't take your call.
He didn't take my call. But he had an idea to it. He
Right.
had the thought that we should just interact on stage. Shouldn't be rehearsed. Shouldn't be planned. Just be an honest conversation between each other. And then, of course, he introduced me to the world of films, to the media and everyone.
Right.
So that was amazing.
Right. When you went on stage, 50, 100 cameras in front of you, what was that moment like?
Well, of course, my heart was beating. I was very nervous.
Right.
It is intimidating being in front of so many people, with all eyes on you. But I was equally excited to be out there. It was my first day, the launch of both these talents, me and Anya. So it was just an amazing experience being out there, and facing everyone for the first time, getting to share experiences, talking about yourself.
Right.
So it was just amazing.
Right. Tell people. Of course, everybody knows where you come from, but where did you grow up? Are you from Bombay? Did you learn acting? Where did you study?
So I'm like any normal schoolboy growing up. I am from Bombay. I'm born and brought up in Bombay. I went to school in Cathedral School.
South Bombay boy.
South Bombay boy. I went to school in Cathedral till the 6th grade, and then after that I did my high school in a school called École Mondiale here in Juhu, in an international baccalaureate program. I didn't know whether I wanted to become an actor when I was growing up. I was a little bad at studies, so I would focus more on sports like football and cricket, especially football. Part of my school team and everything. And I used to take part in talent shows. I was very musically inclined. I used to play the drums, be part of the band, look forward to the end of the school year because that's when the talent shows were held. And I loved to perform on stage. I loved to dance, loved to do the MC acts. Just performing was a real high for me. It was just an amazing experience to be on stage, a liberating moment for me. That's when I realized I wanted to become an actor. So in high school, when everyone was actually applying to colleges and going to say America or London or even studying here in India, the great colleges that they have over here, that's when I realized that everyone's doing business and law and engineering, and I was like, I don't want to do these things. I want to act.
Right.
But my parents were very keen on me getting an education. So that's when I went to the New York Film Academy. I went to New York Film Academy and did an acting program and a filmmaking program. I came back 2 years later. I assisted on 2 films called Happy New Year with Mrs. Farah ma'am and Aadar Jain with Mr. Karan Johar. And amazing experience, great exposure. Learned how films were made. I'd grown up watching films, being inspired by them, but not really knowing how films were made. So that was a great experience for me, a learning experience for me.
Right. Since you assisted on Aadar Jain, what was it like being an assistant director on a set where your brother is the actor? What did you learn? Anything to learn from Ranbir on the set?
Yeah, see, I've always, of course, known him as a brother at home. On set, I called him sir. There's complete professionalism on set. Which was a little awkward for me in the beginning, but then I got used to it. I was like any other AD, not treated above or anything less differently, definitely not. Working with him professionally, it was great. I got to spend a lot of time with him, because since he started acting, of course he's been part of movies. I was also in school, so we didn't have that much time to spend. But then I really bonded with him on Aadar Jain, spent a lot of time, picked up certain things, saw his way of acting. He is such a great actor. He can just switch on and switch off. One instance he's with me, making pranks, pulling your leg, and suddenly he goes 2 seconds later and gives a shot, like an amazing one-take shot. It's amazing. So I don't know what his process or anything is, but just to observe how professional he was, how he knew every department of it, not only acting, but how a DOP frames his shot, how the director is giving instructions. He also had a lot to give to the scene. Yeah. So just these things I picked up and I learned about my brother. I was very impressed by him.
Right. He is some talent, we have to
For sure.
agree to that.
Definitely.
Okay. Then how did this film happen? You're on the poster, the trailers.
Yes.
How did this happen?
Wow, so this is an amazing journey for me. I auditioned actually for the movie.
Right.
After Aadar Jain was done, I was a bit lost. I didn't know how to go about things. I was training to become an actor, but I didn't know what the in was, how to bag a film.
Right.
That's when I met Shanu Sharma. I auditioned with her for 3 months. Okay. The opportunity came up of Qaidi band with Mr. Habib sir. I auditioned with him amongst many other boys.
You auditioned 3 months for this film only, or you auditioned?
No, I was auditioning with her generally for 3 months. Would get calls, go for an audition, then wouldn't get calls for 2-3 weeks, and again go back. So it was a back and forth thing. Then I finally got a call for this film. This opportunity came up, and they were casting for a lead actor and lead girl. I think Anya was already cast in the film before me, but then I got cast after her, and I auditioned for about 3-4 weeks. Rigorous rounds of auditioning with Mr. Habib Faisal, and then I got the film.
Right. What was the family's reaction? It was a given that you will one day become an actor, but you get a YRF film, it's a big one. What was their reaction to that?
Well, actually, just for your first part of your question, it was not a given that I want to become an actor. Actually, no one ever put any pressure on me. They never had any expectations of me to become an actor.
Isn't it a given? Isn't it obvious that everybody is in the movie business? You'll end up becoming a director. Yeah.
Of course, but that also is my mother's side of the family.
Yeah,
my father's side is part of business. They have a great business background, so they never instilled any moralistic values on me. Never told me that you have to become an actor, have to be a lawyer, engineer.
Right.
They supported whatever vocation I choose in life, and all they said was you have to get an education and be dedicated and committed to what you do.
Right.
So when I finally told them I want to become an actor, they were very proud. They were proud like any parent would be, any family member would be, and they said you have our blessings. Just work very hard, because my mother had a benchmark of my grandfather, her father, Mr. Raj Kapoor, and the kind of passion, dedication, and obsession he had with film and art was incredible. So her benchmark was there. So she said to me, Aadar, if you are going to want to be part of the movies, you have to be that dedicated, that committed, that obsessive with the art. And of course get an education. So they gave me their blessings. I'm very happy that.
So when they saw the trailer, when you showed them the trailer, what was the reaction?
I actually showed my mother and father the trailer 3 days before it actually came out.
Okay.
It was a very overwhelming experience for me, because the first time my mother had seen the trailer, she had never been on a film set, on my film set, because I would get conscious if she came,
Yeah.
So I said, I want you to just watch the final product, the end result.
Right.
So when she first saw it, I have to tell you a story. She took out her phone, which has Ganpati ji's photo on her main page, and she was showing it to the trailer on one hand to seek Ganpati ji's blessings, and she was just weeping. And for me, that was a very special moment, because to watch my mother see my first trailer, already so overwhelming, it's surreal, and then to watch her, obviously in tears, was just another experience. But then she told me how proud she was.
Right.
My mother, my father, my brother, they all watched it together, Arman.
Right.
So it was just an amazing experience for me.
Nice. When you're not in the movies, we all think that, it's so easy, they're dancing, they're having fun, it's such a picnic. When you're on a set dancing and with hundreds of people, now you tell me, what is it like?
It's, when I also saw the end result of these big song numbers, and I was like, wow, they're looking so nice. But when I actually assisted and when I did this film, Qaidi Band, I had to actually dance in the raw, gritty, dust, dhool mitti, with storm fans and dust going in your eyes, you keep your eyes open, it's really hard. It's very hard. The amount of hard work and effort and amalgamation of different departments coming together to make that one song or the entire film is incredible. And the end result is, of course, what you want to achieve, and which is what people see. But it's a really hard to make a film.
Right. Actors like Amir and all the senior actors, when they take up a role, they research a lot on the role. If it's a Qaidi, how an inmate would be. Well, how did you do research, or Habib had done enough for you guys to take ahead?
So my understanding of jail was very, it was only from TV shows like Prison Break or a movie like Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorites. But I didn't really understand how people are in jail, what the world is, what the life is, what people do, how they wake up, what their life in jail is, what their day-to-day routine is. Habib sir gave us a lot. to work with. We had a lot of research material to do. Read up on a lot of cases in jail. Read up on just the insights of jail. Many video references. He was one thing he said. I don't want to watch any movie. Because these characters are inspired from real events and real characters. So he didn't want to be caricaturish. So he gave us a lot. He had done all the work for us. So we just interpreted and saw these characters through his eyes. Followed his vision and his idea of it.
Right. Now when you and Anya sit and talk when there's no media, nothing.
Yeah.
What is it that you all discuss about the future?
When there's no media?
When you guys sit and talk and you all have a personal moment, since you all are friends, what do you all discuss about the future?
Well, we just hope for one that our film does well.
Right.
Qaidi band, we've put a lot of hard work and effort to it. A lot of people have put in a lot of hard work. The entire cast and crew. It's our first film. It's our baby. It's a dream to be an actor also for both of us. So I just hope it clicks. It does well. People come and appreciate it. I hope it's critically acclaimed and commercially successful. That's what anyone would hope for.
That's what all the actors
hope for. So these are things that we talk about. And and especially for Habib sir, because he's put in a lot of hard work, his entire heart and soul into it, given a lot to this movie. So I hope it does well, not only for me and Anya, but for Habib sir, for Adi sir, for the entire cast and crew.
Have people told you sound like Ranbir Kapoor?
Well, a lot of people, they say I sound like my mama, Raj Kapoor, like my brother Arman. I think that in some way we all resemble each other, because we're this family, we have similar voices, similar looks.
And then Kapoor in the Kapoor family, everybody's acted at some point or the other. Ranbir, Karishma, Kareena, even their parents. But never was the nepotism debate at such a high what it is right now. What do you want to tell people who think that you're getting it very easy?
Well, I would just like to say that I had to work very hard to get this film. And first and foremost, I had to audition for the film. It wasn't because of my family that I got given this film. I also want to say that I don't think in today's day and age that any director, producer or writer would like to invest in someone who doesn't fit the part, who doesn't suit the character, and would just not be talented, I feel. I don't think the industry today is accepting of a person who belongs to a family. They don't look at people who belong to a family or not. I think they want to invest in talent. They believe in talent. So you have to prove your mettle as an actor. I would not want to speak and say too much. I would like to speak through my work, and instead of judging me, come and judge me for my work. Instead of speaking out. I have great examples in my family. My grandfather Raj Kapoor is the son of Prithvi Raj Kapoor. He had to prove himself. My Mama Ji Rishi Kapoor had to prove himself. He's the son of Raj Kapoor. And of course, my cousin Ranbir had to also prove himself. He is the great grandson of Prithvi Raj Kapoor, grandson of Raj Kapoor, and son of Rishi Kapoor, as am I. So we have to prove ourselves through our acting. And I have these great examples in my family, as do I do from the Vaira family, like Ranveer Singh and Anushka Sharma. So I think people have come and seen them for their talent and not from who they are, what family they're from. And I just hope that people give me a chance, come see my film and then judge me.
Great. So best of luck and wish you a very long innings.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope so too. Thank you guys.